Hi everyone, I'm Amanda Racanati with the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce, and I'm here today with Optimum. I have Aisha and Larissa with me today, and they're going to tell you a little bit about their business, and we're going to get into how Optimum is coming up in the community and a couple of new things for them. So let's get into it.
All right, so my name is Larissa Perlovsky. I'm the Area Marketing Director for Optimum. I have been in this role for actually a year, believe it or not, you guys. I've been doing, I know it's only a year. No, but with Optimum itself, I've been with almost 16 years. Prior to this role, I was a sales manager out of our Piscataway office. I ran a sales team for commercial sales for almost 10 years. And then prior to that, I was doing, commercial sales by myself. Well, not by myself, but with a team. I was a seller. Anyway, so yeah, super excited to be here. Super excited to be working with you guys. Woodbridge is such a vibrant, fun town and very close knit. And, I'll quote Mayor Mack, best town around. I think that's his quote, right?
Yeah.
So it's super cute. But yeah, excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
So my name is Aisha Hayward. I am Government Affairs Manager with Optimum, like Larissa. I come by way of state and local government. So I used to be a confidential assistant to a mayor and then moved on to a chief of staff for an assemblyman. So it was very easy to pivot into this role because it's pretty much been all things government for me, probably for like the last maybe 16 years.
Oh, wow.
But coming to this role, super excited to build the relationships and do all the things that I'm kind of used to doing with my other previous roles, and just getting into the community, which is super important to me. So you guys have been a very good resource for us when it comes to that here in Woodbridge, and with Holly even beyond Woodbridge a bit. And it's just been an awesome experience getting to know you all.
Awesome, great. Where would you say Optimum's located? Like, is it just...
That's a great question. We're all over the place. No, we're not like that. But we are located in 21 states throughout the country. So it's we're pretty massive, and we service over 4.2 million subscribers.
Wow. And
at the same time, we're extremely hyper local. We care. That's why we're visible. And especially from my perspective as an area marketing director, I personally oversee the areas of Westchester County, New York, Rockland County, New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. So that's over 35 chambers, over so many different types of communities here, there, over there. And we are physically in New Jersey. I'm out of Piscataway office. She's at a Piscataway office. I'm talking for you, sorry. But we have offices in Randolph and in Newark and in Tinton Falls and in Oakland and
a lot.
A little bit, just to say the least. And that's just like my little nook in the world right here in New Jersey.
Yeah. What makes you proud to work for Optimum? That's
a great question. All right, so for me, maybe you want to talk. I talk a lot. Go. I have no problem just going.
Yeah, so I'm proud to work for Optimum because it's a great company. We get the opportunity. So in my role, take a step back. So in my role, I'm pretty much like a liaison between the business and elected officials and community stakeholders.
Okay.
So what me and Larissa do is very different, but also it kind of overlaps sometimes.
Complements.
And we work really well together. But it's just amazing going into these communities. Some of them I've never heard of because I'm across the entire state of New Jersey.
Okay.
But we get to be in the community, be what we call a good corporate citizen and able to provide service. But that's the, more the pay part of it, but then also be able to provide resources to organizations within the community, such as the Boys and Girls Clubs.
Okay.
And we support the robotics teams in different municipalities. So that's one of my favorite parts of it. That's why I'm very proud to work for the company. I'm a community-oriented person. That is the thing that I love to do. And I love working with electeds because not only are they the decision makers here in the state, but they have a ton of power and influence. So it's good to kind of get into their heads, have conversations with them, but also collaborate with them on different things that would benefit their residents.
Yeah. So before you answer, Larissa, I just want to just go a little bit more into your role, Aisha.
Yes.
So you said that you are kind of like the liaison between Optimum and the government. So how does that work? Do you, like, to me, that means you go and talk to the government officials and ask them, like, hey, Optimum wants to come to your area, but I don't think that that's all you do. There's probably so much more to it.
Yeah, it is. So I'm more so in the relationship building business.
Okay.
So the ultimate goal for me is to figure out who the decision makers are, who the stakeholders are, and build a relationship. And not just for the company, but also to get an idea of what's important to them.
Okay.
And how they serve their constituents. And it's something that I've been doing for some time, but it's a little bit different the way I do it in this role, and I actually can appreciate it. You know, it's not so much us trying to, you know, influence what they do or anything like that, but you know, it's crucial for us to have those relationships all across the state.
Yeah.
And it's been going good so far.
Good. I wish you continued success in that role.
Thank you. Thank you.
Larissa?
Okay, so back to the original question of what makes me proud,
Yeah.
right? There's an element of transformation that has happened with our company. And being with this company for nearly 16 years, I started initially under the Cablevision banner, right? And that was an experience. And sometimes people say, oh, back to the good old days, right? But at the same time, like, this company has hugely transformed year over year, especially under Dennis Matthew, our current CEO. So the last few years, when he took the helm, it's been a remarkable shift in mindset, in culture, in community action, community support, which allows us to physically be here today. A number of years ago, when I was a sales manager, talking with chambers or working in the community, that was a little bit, not exactly taboo, but we were not encouraged. Things were kind of set aside, I guess.
Okay.
But the last few years, especially, we have this new thing called Optimum market structure, which allows us to be a little bit more specific in tailoring to the communities. So we work for Tri-State, which is kind of what I just shared before, which is the parts of New York, Connecticut, and New Jersey. And, you know, with the last couple of years, we've actually transformed the entire company where, not we specifically, although we like to think so.
I feel like you
we
two
did
have
it
a good role.
100%.
Good role in that.
But anyway, the company itself got accolades for Great Place to Work. So
Nice.
Great Place to Work, that's not an easy feat, you know. And when you have a lot of transformation and change, that's all scary, and people are very scared of that in general.
Especially for Optimum. I mean, I would assume that there's thousands of people that work for Optimum, right? So
we're just under 10,000 people.
To achieve an
across
accolade
21
like that,
states.
I mean, that's a lot of people to please.
Oh yeah.
So
You can't please everyone, though.
You can't please everyone. Everybody knows that. But I mean, that's pretty big.
It is, but you know what also helped with that transformation is that there is a lot of shifting would happen, you know, with the people itself and talent. So we brought in a lot of new talent in from various other industries, even other some competition that we have. So
We're going to get into competitors in a second.
Okay.
I also just want to mention that Optimum is one of Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce. They're one of our sustaining sponsors for the year of 2026, which means that they are a big part of what we are able to do community-wide and networking-wide for other businesses in our community. So they play a very important role in our ability to go out into the community a little bit more. All right, so let's get into those competitors.
Yes.
So what sets Optimum apart? Who are your biggest competitors, and what sets you guys apart from those competitors?
Okay, so a couple things outside of this area will be Verizon, Fios. People know that name, but we're a lot different from Verizon, Fios, especially from the network side and how they bring the service into the buildings, into the communities, into the homes, into the businesses. It's not 100% fiber.
No.
And that is something that people may not know. There's something that's called, I don't want to get technical, but there's like a little device that transforms the cable that's coming in, the fiber coming into a cable feed into the home or into the business. Anyway, the point is, when they advertise 100% fiber, it's not. So, and we have 8 gigs of service that we can bring and deliver on speeds. That's real. They cannot even touch that. The most they can do is a 2 and change. And even then that's stretching it. So that's Verizon. And then in this area would also be Comcast per se, but even them, the Xfinity, they can't touch the speeds that we can do. And we have symmetrical speeds. And especially when it comes to this area in Woodbridge and Colonial and Carteret and Perth Amboy, everything is 100% fiber. Everything from the lines out on the poles directly coming into your modem. That's a huge differentiator. And all the gamers out there, anyone who does uploads, like my husband is a photo retoucher, so he has to upload, videos, large files, design people, any of those kinds of folks, they'll know the importance of upload speeds. I'm sure you know what the importance of upload speeds.
I don't, but my husband is IT, and
then he knows. He speaks the language.
We have a server room in our house, in our basement.
Hysterical.
So he can't wait for Optimum to reach Port Reading because
he knows.
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
But for the layman, they don't always realize the differences. They think it's apples and apples, but it's really not. It's apples and oranges. So that's a huge difference and a huge plus for you guys because you have that ability. We don't have that across everywhere in New Jersey, and it is something that we would love to do and strive to do. But right now, at least where we're talking, we can deliver on that here, and that's a huge win.
So speaking to where you are in Woodbridge, you tell us the towns that you're already in, and then what towns can expect you, or surrounding towns, maybe not even Woodbridge, you had mentioned Carteret, maybe whatever surrounding towns can expect you soon.
So I think I was actually going to touch on it. So Larissa just mentioned, so right now, one of the biggest prioritized projects that we've been working on is we call it job expansion. So we just most recently expanded into 8 communities. The build is not complete in every last one of them, but Woodbridge was actually the first, and then also included Linden, Roselle, Rahway, Perth Amboy, Carteret, and Clark, Winfield Township. I'm sorry?
Avenel too?
Well, Avenel is actually one of the towns
umbrella, yep.
And I feel like I missed one. I mentioned
Linden?
Carteret already. Linden.
You said that.
No,
I think you did. I think you did. I don't know how you remembered all of those.
No, she's very good.
Rounding them off.
The way that I say this though is like from Route 1 corridor, Route 1 and 9, like
right down,
pretty much like from here to Elizabeth. Yeah.
Pretty much. We missed a couple towns within there, but that's the best way to explain it.
Here and there. Yeah.
Okay.
So super excited about that project. The company has invested quite a bit of money into it. And to Larissa's point, this is 100% fiber for those communities.
Right.
So seamless.
$40 million. $40 million.
Yeah. So seamless
according to our
directly
press
from
release.
the pole to the residents. And I am very happy to say I live in Rahway, which I'm neighboring town to here. I actually made the switch about less than a month ago, and it's been awesome for me. Don't want to get into the competitor that I have, Xfinity, but super excited to have been able to switch over to the company that I work for. I mean, everything from the experience when the tech came into my home to the moment that he left, and since then has been nothing but a good experience for me. So I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah, I unfortunately cannot get Optimum where I live now, and I have Xfinity, and I wish I can get it.
You're jealous?
Never know.
I am jealous. She beats me.
So let's talk a little bit about you said you're excited to talk about how you guys are in the community and like your role in the community and what you do. I heard you mention, Aisha, that you guys have a big part in the Boys and Girls Club and a couple other community projects. So tell us a little bit about that. I mean, if you both want to take a turn.
Sure. I mean, I can even just share from my recent experience from yesterday. So I was up in Connecticut. Sorry, not New Jersey. It was Connecticut. My bad. But anyway, it was for a first robotics visit. So one of the schools up there has, or community rather, has a first robotics club, I guess. And so I did a visit there and all that. But anyway, the point is, First Robotics is another one of the avenues that we give back to communities, and along with Donors Choose and some other community initiatives that we try to help and bridge the gap for others.
So how does that work? Like, you're saying you help with the robot. Like, are you a sponsor of it? Do you provide certain materials for it? Like, how does that work?
So we have a partnership with FIRST, which is this huge, it's across the country robotics initiative.
Okay. Conglomerate.
So what we do is we not only provide sponsorship through funds for the robotics teams, but we also go out and we take all of, we call it the goodies. We take all of the Optimum goodies that actually supports the teams.
Okay.
We go to the competitions, we go to the visits. I remember I've been with the company for 4 years. One of the first things that I did in my role was invite an elected official to join me at a robotics visit.
Oh, cool.
I had never heard of what FIRST was, what the competitions were, what robotics was, and it was literally the coolest thing I probably have ever seen. Yeah, so you get the opportunity. So these students that are on these robotics teams, they build the actual robots. Every year it's something different that the robot actually needs to do. It's very exciting. Some of the teams are very sophisticated, whereas they have a business department and then, they
finance,
share
social media.
They share, what they need from sponsors. And they show you what the funds that you provide to the team does. And then you have, other students that their goals are to be engineers. So they're actually designing these robots.
Wow.
It is the coolest thing ever.
And is it in high school only, or?
Yes, so with us, yes, we support the high schools.
Okay,
yes.
awesome.
So it's awesome. So gonna find out, as far as we did a little research, we haven't found a robotics team here in Woodbridge.
Yeah.
But hoping that maybe you guys will get one.
Maybe one day, maybe this video will spark something in somebody.
Because it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And to add to that, it's really amazing to see all the kids working together on this common goal. And especially when you have not just boys, but the girls go there too. There's a lot of girls.
I believe it.
And it's really humbling because I wish they had something like that when I was younger, and the whole STEM movement and STEAM movement and all that stuff. Like, it's super critical to have those kids strive to something, strive for that goal, and in working together on a team. It's really good work experience.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to touch upon with community? Any other projects that you?
I will share that we are super excited to join in this year's street festival with Woodbridge. Okay. So that's happening. I know with you guys. I actually attended last year. It was super fun. I brought my kids. I was chasing them up and down the street. So this year I'll be chasing them up and down the street, but hopefully have a home base with all our stuff. It's true. But anyway, so there's that, and we are working with a lot of your neighboring towns of other community initiatives and being visible, and that's ultimately what my role is. I'm brand awareness, community engagement, and just being visible. I think that's really key in terms of community relations. So
yeah, definitely. So speaking from the Chamber's point of view, we see you at all of our events. We were just talking before we started the interview that you guys are both coming to tonight's networking event.
Yes.
So
we like to have a good time.
Well, you like to have a good time, but you also like to make sure people know that Optimum's here, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it's important for people to know. And I mean, I didn't know that Optimum was coming to our area until one of our networking events last, I want to say, very early, like end of summer, early fall. We had an ice cream social.
Yeah, I remember that. That was awesome.
That was the first time that I met somebody from Optimum, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we're coming to the area," and I was like, "Oh, you are?" So that was nice, So it is. You guys definitely are in the community.
Yeah, and we want to do more. We want to build more relationships. Mayor Mack has been awesome with just helping us. Stay involved and informed about the different things that are taking place here in town, him and his staff. You guys have been absolutely awesome. I cannot thank Holly enough. Holly's actually one of the first people that I met as I started to try to build relationships here in Woodbridge, and she has been, along with all of you, an amazing partner. And couldn't thank you guys enough for all the wonderful things you guys helped us get acclimated.
We are super excited also, like thanks to you guys. I came here, I don't know how many months ago, and you're the ones who brought up the Have a Heart food drive with us. And so Mayor Mack and Aisha was instrumental in helping us promote that and everything, which was really great. And we donated, I forget how many pounds, but anyway, it was a lot. We took some pictures. It was a lot. But that was a huge effort with a bunch of our retail stores nearby to collect all the food for Woodbridge and supporting the residents here. And then in a few weeks, we're going to be going back to, is it the VFW?
Yes.
American Legion? No, it's American Legion. The American Legion in town. We did some work with the American Legion also a few months ago where we cleaned it up on the inside and made it beautiful again. And yeah, it was a Veterans Day thing, right?
Nice.
And so we're going to do something like that again in the next couple weeks. We're going to go back there and paint this time.
Oh, wow.
So
nice service project.
Yes. So
Awesome.
we're always trying to find different ways of support.
Nice. Okay. What is next for Optimum? Or what is upcoming for Optimum, would you say?
So there's a lot happening, but right now we're just trying to focus on finishing this quarter. So we have like another 6 days remaining, well, the working days anyway for this month. So we're looking to just close out this month, close out the quarter strong, and focus on what's coming next for next month and for the months coming. But I don't have anything at the moment that I can physically share with you guys. I would love to, but my job, no. I have to be careful. There's a lot of stuff happening, yes. Okay. And what I'll say is, you'll see. Or follow us on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yep, Optimum Tri-State. Or also we're on Facebook, Optimum Tri-State.
You're beating me to the punch here, Larissa.
Sorry.
It's good. No. Go ahead. So Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah, we're on X and all that
where would people, so let's say I just heard that Optimum is in my town and I want to get somebody to come and give me whatever you guys do. Quotes or I
so
don't
if
know
you want to have,
how would people reach out?
Sure. So we have, you can go to our retail store if you want to physically talk to a person face to face. There's one in Edison, there's one in Elizabeth, there's one in Old Bridge, so all around here. And ironically, not just ironically, those are the ones that would help with the food drive. Yeah. So you gotta go there and be like, thank you for your food. No, sign me up for service.
Piscataway also.
And Piscataway, yes. Thank you. So that's one option. Another option is they can, I'm sure you've seen people knocking on doors or doing some leave behinds. We have people work in this area, so that's another face-to-face. There's also our website, www.optimum.com, and chat and however else, physically you can call. You want to message out to us, that's fine. We can get you in touch with somebody right away from the commercial side or from residential side, and we can hook you guys up.
So it's very easy.
It is very easy.
It's very easy. It's easy. So many ways to find you and figure out how to get you.
No, don't Google me.
Okay, and then do you have anything else that you want? I mean, you brought a whole press release. Do you want to mention
I was
anything
prepared.
else? Or?
So we're just happy. You'll continue to see us. We'll continue to be in the community. Our expansion project is continuing because the towns that I mentioned, we're not fully 100% in those areas, but we're getting there.
Okay.
So we're super excited for that, and you'll see us in the community. We're everywhere. That's the goal, to be everywhere, to meet everyone, and to really form relationships that are lasting. So that's what we're doing.
Awesome.
Yes, and it's incredibly important that we deliver what's called first time right for our customers too. So like when you were mentioning before how we did your install right in your house, and that's the number one goal, is to make it right, do it right, deliver correctly on the first time, right? So you're not gonna leave without any service. You want to make sure people are set up properly.
Awesome.
And that's our mantra, so to speak, making customers happy as much as we can.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else?
No.
Larissa?
See you all soon. Okay. Come find me. I'm the one with the orange shoes or orange hat, which I left my orange hat in the car. Probably should have brought that.
That's okay.
I know. I represent.
You're making a statement.
Absolutely.
But that's your color, right?
It is orange and blue.
Orange
so
and blue.
Usually I'm wearing an orange, something bright.
So just look for the woman in orange.
That's true. See, orange bone.
If you want to know more about Optimum.
That's true.
Thank you so much for joining me today and telling
Our
us
pleasure.
more about Optimum and teaching us a little bit more about Optimum.
Absolutely.
And we're looking forward to you guys being in the community more and seeing more of you.
Thank you.
We're just excited that you're part of the chamber and excited and happy that we're able to help you in whatever ways we can, and happy that you had such a good experience with Holly and joining the chamber and all of that. So we're just, we're happy that you guys are a part of it and thankful for you for being a sustaining sponsor.
Thank you.
So, we're just, thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
And we
You're
look forward
welcome.
to helping everyone else out with their phone, their internet, fiber only in this area again, and TV and mobile services. So any questions on that, any of those things, please definitely reach out to us. We're available for support.
All right. So thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Chatting with the Chamber.
Bye.